Good morning, children. I am doing a very quick update as I'm getting ready for work because I just woke up and I finished the second book in my readathon for the Marching Mammoths, which I'm really excited about because the way things were going work-wise and health-wise, I didn't think I'd be able to finish a single thing. So I finished The Brothers Karamazov last night, and I was just really excited to talk about it. Now, obviously, I wanted to talk about it right away, but I finished it at 2 in the morning. I felt like crap, so I was like, I'll feel better in the morning. After a good night's sleep, I do not. I feel worse. Allergies have been hitting me fairly hard. I have been trying to film at better times, but they keep getting worse. So I need to film now before they do get even worse. So I apologize for the hastiness of this video today. So The Brothers Karamazov, I really loved. It's definitely going to be going up there with my favorites in the classics department. It's definitely going to be the top tier favorite of my Dostoevsky tier totem pole. Yes. As you could tell, I have not had my coffee yet, so that is happening live and in person, so you guys should be super proud to be getting ready with me. This brings us on a whole new personal level, I think. The Brothers Karamazov. I had a hard time kind of finishing it last night since it focused mainly on the trial. I felt like it ended a bit too soon for everything that was going on, which obviously Dostoevsky was pressed for time while writing it. He died not long after this book was published. I feel like there was probably a lot more that he wanted to write. There was definitely a lot more that I wanted to read because there was a lot of loose ends, particularly with our lead Alyosha and my favorite character Ivan, as we're not quite sure what's going to happen with their story. Instead, it kind of ends on a general attitude about the two, less so from Ivan, which I was very upset with, which I want to talk about. My absolute favorite parts of this story did center around him and his... See, I don't want to say his atheism is what drew him crazy. It was his confliction of being atheist that drove him crazy. And I absolutely thought that those were the shining points of this story, particularly the ever so famous Grand Inquisitor chapter, which shows the views of the Catholic Church at the time by showing what exactly would happen if Jesus was to come during modern times, and it was not exactly what you'd expect, but once explained, made sense. I absolutely loved the challenging of religion that Dostoevsky did in this book by showing several extremes of views on it and kind of not giving a definite answer as to whether or not God is real, though he does say that if God is not real, it is very necessary that God should be real in order to keep people in line. So it gave me a lot to think about. Honestly, it depressed me quite a bit. Anyways, I found a lot of value within this book, both historically, discussion-wise. It makes me really excited to kind of go and find other writers that were inspired by Dostoevsky and kind of reading their views on it themselves. Now, I've already watched the Wisecrack videos. I'll link them because they were actually really cool. If you've read The Brothers Karamazov, which you do need to read before you watch these videos because there are definitely spoilers. It does this beautiful thing of comparing the Great Inquisitor chapter to The Dark Knight. Surprisingly, it works incredibly well and gave me a lot to think about. With that said, whenever I started the book, my main focus was on the drama and how crazy it was And that still held up fairly well within the book, even throughout the philosophical things. The character dynamics that everyone had with each other were so complex and shaky that I had no idea what was going to happen when anybody encountered anyone, and it was always a wonderful surprise. No, I absolutely loved it. It's one I'm definitely going to be thinking about for a while. Now to get on with the rest of the readathon. Sorry, I look like crap this morning. I probably sound awful because all of the allergies are like right there, and I've been taking medicine. All of my friends have been shoving different kinds of medicine down my throat, and it keeps getting worse. I hope that it's nothing actually serious and that it is just allergies, but we'll figure it out. If by some miracle in the next 10 days I'm able to finish another mammoth, it's going to be one that wasn't on my TBR for this month. I just bought it and am too excited to not read it, and that is The Familiar, book 1 by Mark C. Danielski. As you guys know, I read House of Leaves last October, and I had a lot of mixed thoughts on it, so I'm going to be reading another one by him. This guy is the king of weird formatting. This is honestly a book you have to read, like, and then like look in a mirror and stand on your head and do all that stuff. So my main thing with House of Leaves, because I saw a lot of the pages only had like a few words on it, I thought it would be such a fast read, but it took me forever. So this one definitely counts as a mammoth. I'm really excited to get to this. It's supposed to be a horror book about a pet that a girl brings home to her family, and that's all I know about it. I feel like the less you know with these books, the better. Like House of Leaves, I knew absolutely nothing, and it scared the crap out of me. So I'm excited about that. I love you guys so much. Thank you for getting ready with me this morning. Sort of. I'm gonna down this coffee and get to it. Later, taters.